When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway.
I'm going to do a little short video on how to disassemble a shower door enclosure. Shower door and the panels come off fairly easily. Anytime I do a bathroom renovation, almost always, 99.999% of the time, this stuff has to go. And people are afraid of glass, and you know, there are a lot of issues associated with taking this stuff apart, because where do you start? A lot of people don't know how. Understand something? This is all tempered safety glass. So even if I took and swang something, even if I took a hammer and I went like that on the glass or something like that, it would shatter into a million pieces that are not sharp. So this isn't the type of glass that you have to be that careful of. I've never broken any, but it is possible to do so. What you're gonna need, you're gonna need a razor knife. That's for the caulking, because you need to be able to cut that out. As you see, there's quite a bit of caulking along here, so you gotta cut that out. You're gonna need a drill of some sort, and you're gonna need a flat crowbar. And the flat crowbar will come in handy when we get down to this bottom part and the side walls and everything. So basically, this is all set in here by virtue of some screws and caulking. That's it. So you have these top rail screws, there's another top rail screw, and then you have one over in the corner. And this spline comes out. So when I start taking out this glass, the first thing I want to do is get a flathead screwdriver. Sometimes I get my fingernail in there and I start taking out this spline. There's spline on both sides, the inside and the outside. So I just take it off from one side. If you take off both sides, then the glass becomes loose, and you know, you don't really want to get into that right away. But taking off these rails first, these top rails, are the first thing you want to do, and that's what the screwdriver is for. So you undo all of these screws, and you should have some yada yada yada. I know there's some more. Wow, they didn't use a lot of them on here. So anyway, you have these top screws. That's going to take the top rail off. Once the top rail is gone, this door will come out pretty easily. It's on a pivot system, and sometimes these doors come out without taking the top rail. But if you get into an issue where the door won't come out, and when I say a pivot system, you see the length that you have to play with, and there's the same pivot with that little steel thing going into that hole down at the bottom. And when you lift that up, it comes out. And in this case, it's not going to, which is why you gotta take the top rail off. Just be careful when you take the top rail off, this thing will be attached to it, and so then it will come out once you get enough leverage going outward. When you get to that point and the top rail is taken off, then it's just a matter of cutting out this caulking with your razor knife. And it doesn't have to be deep. All you have to do is get on the side. They didn't put any in here. Little areas, but anywhere you see caulking at, you want to make sure that you cut that out. Down here at the bottom, they got a lot. And then usually on the outside, as I showed over here, there'll be some too. Again, you're just trying to score it. You don't need to go in real deep. The more that's on there, the deeper you got to go. Obviously, it's a pretty easy installation. Therefore, it's a pretty easy demolish or demo, if you will, to take it out. So I'm going to take these out. These are pretty short screws. Until you get one that's stripped out, you'll never know what fun is. Now that that's done, top rail comes free, and you see how easy that pivot part just came out. So now I can take the door off, set that aside for a minute. If you want to take that strip screw out on the other side, there are ways you can do that. But for the purposes of this video, because I don't want to get into it a whole lot, I'm going to do something that you probably should not do. I'm just going to hit it with a hammer. All this makeup here is aluminum, so it's pretty weak. It's not like you have metal. So the aluminum will give, which is why I was using the hammer, and that's going to loosen it up to the point the whole rail comes off. The top rail is in one piece, as you see. It's screwed in from the bottom, but you can take it off in one piece, be done with it. Now that your door and your top rail is gone, all these other pieces of aluminum have to come out. This one just comes out real easy. That's filler piece, so that's gone. And then, as I was talking about before with the spline, and again, it doesn't matter which side, if it's the inside or the outside, you just got to grip. Sometimes I have to get needle nose to get in there because it's pretty tight. And once that's gone, you see how easy they pop out. If you end up with a strip screw like I did here, the easy way is to take out this rail, and then this glass comes out by taking out the spline. So I'm going to take out the spline anyway, but that's not to loosen up the rail, that's to loosen up the glass. Because this thing right here is not going to come out easily. I'm going to have to manhandle that piece down there with the stripped out screw. So taking out the spline is going to loosen my glass, and at that point I can get that free and clear. And once that's free and clear, now I don't have a problem with manhandling this and breaking the screw off, as it were, and it comes off that easy. Alright, here's where your crowbar is going to come in handy. You could do it with basically anything, but inside of here, if they did it right, inside of this part of the rail, which is kind of stuck on there, there's some screws. There's usually 3 of them, one at the top, one in the middle, and one down below, that are actually inside the wall. That's holding that back rail up. This top rail should slide out, and then those are the screws that I was telling you about. So you have one here, one in the middle, and one down below. I'm not going to be careful with this. Since I'm doing a shower renovation anyway, I'm not too concerned about the tile. If you were concerned about the tile, you would have to get a long enough screwdriver to get in here, because this rail is pretty deep. And you could take those screws out because they're usually anchored in with plastic or something, plastic anchors as it were. And then the caulking that's along here, cut that out with your razor knife. But because most of my jobs I'm throwing all this stuff away, there's your plastic anchor that I was telling you about. It's like I knew. And there's the other plastic anchor. And that's that easy. Then we move on to the bottom one. Same idea. These bottom rails, doesn't matter what type of shower door system you have, these bottom rails are always only caulked on. They're never screwed in. If this was a normal tiled curb, there would be no screws going into there. So they're always caulked in, which makes them easy to take up. And that is finished. And then all we have left is this side panel. And once again, the easiest way to get this off, since all the screws are gone and the rest of it is just caulking, is to come in here with this spline, which I'm going to do from the inside this time. Alright, you don't have to do the spline anywhere else. That one piece of spline will push this away, will loosen the glass, and then all we have to worry about is that side rail, which is basically screwed in the same way the other side was. So that comes out pretty much that easy. Sorry, one more piece of spline over here is keeping the glass held in, which is a good thing. So you say, well, what about the other spline, Bob? You didn't take off all the spline. Just to disassemble this whole thing, it's not necessary to take out all the spline. Just one of them will work. Look, didn't even need that. Just cutting out the caulking earlier did the trick. Sometimes these bottom rails are screwed down, same as on the side rails. In this case, they decided not to do that, but it's the same type of rail that you would have. It's the same depth that you have on both sides. That comes off, and then this definitely has screws with the same plastic anchoring. That I told you about before, and that's all it is. If I were not doing this video, this would probably take me, I'm guessing, less than about 8 minutes. Because I did the video and I stopped along the way and grabbed some tools and all that stuff. It took a little longer, but you get the gist of it. It's a really, really easy process to take one of these enclosures out. And for whatever reason you have for watching this video, because you want to take one of these out yourself, maybe you're doing the demo because your contractor is charging you a whole boatload of money to do the demo, this is how you can get started to doing the demo, because all this has to go away before you can take out all this tile. So there you are. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, then subscribe. Hit that button and subscribe. I make nothing off of YouTube, so please be a Patreon member. I'm going to post a link down below to my Patreon account, and you can donate $1, $5, $10, $20 a month. Just pledge that on a monthly basis. That will help me produce more videos and content so that you can watch and learn from my channel. And donate at least $50 if you're going to call. If you're going to call for advice, donate to my PayPal, please. Donate first, and then feel free to call me or email me for advice. Otherwise, business calls only, please.